The night was full of music and dancing. The festival drums beat loudly, and the masked dancers moved in a circle, their colorful robes flowing like water. The villagers clapped and cheered, watching with excitement. But Obinna was not supposed to be here. He hid behind a small hut, watching in secret. His friend, Emeka, knelt beside him, shaking with fear. "Obinna, let's go," Emeka whispered. "This is forbidden." Obinna smirked. "It's just a dance, Emeka. What's the worst that can happen?" But then it happened. The drum stopped. The dancers froze. One masquerade, a tall one wearing a red mask, slowly turned its head. Its hollow black eyes stared directly at them. Obinna's breath caught in his throat. The crowd had gone silent. Then, the masquerade lifted its hand and pointed at him. Emeka grabbed Obinna's arm. "Run!" They ran. Their feet pounded against the dry earth as they raced toward the jungle. Behind them, the masquerades moved too fast. Their feet barely touched the ground, their robes flying behind them. Obinna could hear whispers in the air, soft and chilling. His heart pounded. Then, Emeka tripped. He hit the ground hard, gasping in pain. "Obinna, help me!" he cried. Obinna turned back, reaching out to pull him up. But Emeka was yanked into the darkness. His scream echoed for just a second. Then silence. Obinna's body went cold. His legs locked in fear. Then behind him, a deep voice whispered in his ear. "Now you wear the mask." Obinna woke up gasping for air. His body was soaked in sweat. He was in his small hut, his mat on the floor, the oil lamp flickering in the corner. It was a dream. No. A memory. His hands flew to his face. His fingers touched something cold. A mask. His breathing stopped. His fingers trembled as they ran across the smooth surface. He jumped up and grabbed the small mirror on the wall. His own face stared back at him, but his face was gone. Instead, he saw the red mask, fused to his skin. Obinna screamed. He clawed at it, tried to rip it off, but it wouldn't move. Then, the whisper came again. "You cannot remove it." The shadows in the room moved. The air grew heavy, and something stepped out of the darkness. It was him, the red masquerade. Obinna's legs gave way. He crashed onto the floor, unable to move, his chest rising and falling in panic. The masked figure stood over him, its hollow eyes full of emptiness. "You are now one of us," the figure said. "The executioner must rise again." Obinna shook his head wildly. "No, no, I don't want this!" The masquerade leaned closer. "You don't have a choice." Then, Obinna's body began to burn. The mask sank into his skin, and deep inside him, something laughed. The village elders sat in a circle, their faces full of fear. "The boy is cursed," one of them said. "He must be stopped," another whispered. Dibienze, the chief priest, listened in silence. He had seen this before. Many years ago, another boy had worn the mask. That boy had killed everyone. Dibienze's old eyes filled with sadness. "If we do not stop him," he said slowly, "our village will burn." Outside, the air was still. Too still. Then, a scream. The elders jumped up. More screams followed. Cries of terror. They rushed outside. A man lay on the ground, his body twisted in an unnatural way. His throat was ripped open. The villagers ran in panic. Women grabbed their children. Men rushed for weapons. Then, standing on a rooftop, they saw him. Obinna. His red mask dripped with blood. He tilted his head slightly, like a predator watching its prey. Then, he moved. Too fast. One moment, he was on the rooftop. The next, he was among them. A villager tried to run. Obinna's fingers ripped through his chest. Blood sprayed the ground. Another elder turned to flee. Obinna was already behind him. His blade flashed. The man fell. Headless, the village fell into chaos. People screamed. Blood painted the streets, and Obinna. He laughed. But it was not his voice. It was the red masquerade. And the execution had begun. Dibienze knew what had to be done. The mask had to be destroyed. But it could not be burned. It could not be broken. It had to be removed willingly. And only Obinna himself could fight the spirit inside him. Dibienze took his sacred knife. He walked into the battlefield. The village was gone. Bodies everywhere. Obinna stood in the center, his mask still dripping with blood. Dibienze stepped forward. "Obinna," he said, "you must resist." The masked figure turned. A long silence. Then, a whisper. Obinna's real voice. "Help me." The priest acted fast. He plunged his knife into the ground. A shockwave exploded through the air. Obinna screamed. The mask cracked. The spirit wailed. Dibianze chanted louder. The mask began to peel away. Obinna fell to his knees, clutching at his face. The mask shattered. The red masquerade was no more. Obinna turned around abruptly, eyes scanning the darkness. The moonlight cast eerie shadows over the ruins, but he saw no movement. For a moment, he wondered if the whispers were just the product of his overworked mind. But deep down, he knew better. Then, he saw it. A figure stepped out of the shadows. It was tall, dressed in black robes that seemed to absorb the light around it. Its face was hidden by a dark veil, and the faintest red glow flickered from beneath it, like embers smoldering in the depths of a fire. Obinna's heart skipped a beat. This figure wasn't human. It wasn't like the others. This one was something ancient, something that had been waiting. The figure spoke, its voice a low, rasping whisper that seemed to vibrate through the air. "You thought you were free, didn't you?" Obinna's grip tightened around the broken mask. "Who are you?" he demanded, trying to hide the tremor in his voice. The figure tilted its head, a gesture that seemed almost mocking. "I am the one who was forgotten, the one who was sealed away when the mask first came to this village. I am the true spirit of the red masquerade, and you are nothing more than my vessel." Obinna took a step back, his breath quickening. "No, the mask is gone. You can't be—" "It was never truly gone," the figure interrupted. "The mask may have shattered, but its power is woven into you. Now, you will serve me." Comment next in the comment section for the next part. Can Obinna survive this? Find out. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell.